one of those fights where I do think the odds are way off. I'm seeing that Brian Kelleher is a minus 290 favorite, while Kevin Croom is plus 230. And I do understand, Brian being a favorite, coming off a win versus Kevin Croom coming off a loss, but not to that extent. Like, I understand if he was maybe minus 150. So I think the play is either don't touch or dog in Kevin Croom. So Brian Kelleher looked amazing against Domingo Pilarte. He absolutely dominated him. It was like destruction. It looked like Khabib there. But you got to remember, Domingo Pilarte is coming off a knockout by Journey Newsom, and it was a bullshit, overturned after he tested positive for marijuana, and he lost a split decision to Felipe Colares. So mind you, I mean, I like Domingo, but I don't know if he's UFC caliber, to be completely frank. Now, Kevin Croom, he had a nice, beautiful knockout against Roosevelt Roberts, who was at one weight class above where he fights at. He fights at featherweight. He knocked out Roosevelt at short notice at lightweight, mind you. And it was actually performance of the night. It was a bullshit. It was a submission guillotine. He dropped Roosevelt first, but it was also overturned for testing positive for marijuana. So this testing positive for marijuana is so ridiculous. It's the year 2020, complete garbage. But Roosevelt Roberts at the time, again, he's no longer the UFC, so he did have a bunch of losses, but he was a highly touted prospect at the time, and he does have some pretty good skills. He just wasn't able to put it together. And he did lose to Alex Caceres. Alex Caceres has like a 5-fight winning streak or something, and he's very underrated. People like to disrespect him. Yeah, 5-fight winning streak. He had a nice comeback against Sung Woo Choi, and he beat Chase Hooper, and his last loss against Kron Gracie. But people because he was kind of like a 50-50 fighter before, but he's really put it together, and I like him a lot. He had a really nice win in the submission tournament recently against a really good guy. Who did he beat? He beat someone, he's actually fighting Sadiq Youssef next. So actually, the fact that he lost, it's no shame for Kevin Croom to lose to Alex Caceres. And mind you, it's a short notice fight, and Brian Kelleher is fighting at 145. And I think he's fought in 145 before. I think he had actually a loss against the Spartan. I forgot what his name was. So he has fought in that division before, but putting him at a minus 290 favorite, I wouldn't mind if he was maybe minus 150, minus 175, but I do think that the play here is either Kevin Croom or bust. So I just don't see that minus 290 favorite. I think that Kevin Croom could easily spoil the party. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be putting out new content very soon. Thanks.